What is going on, guys? Welcome to the offseason of the Kansas City Royals franchise here in MLB The Show 21. We have the year 2 offseason prepping for 2023, which would be our year number 3 of the entire series. CRK is in the house. Welcome, sir. I know you're probably one of the biggest Kansas City Royals fans in our series on the channel, so I'm looking forward to talking to you about what you think we need to do. Corey Haggerty, what's up? Look at that deal Edwin Diaz got. 9 years. Oh my God, what are they doing? Why would you do that? Let's go to the Mets real quick. Holy crap, good catch. I wouldn't even have noticed that. I don't really care about other teams other than what we've got going on. 9 years? He's going to be 38 years old. My goodness, guys. That's crazy. 46 saves last year, too. So maybe they're on to something. Maybe they got something figured out. But I am going to be waiting for patrons to actually get into the live stream tonight. So they said that they were going to show up at about 8 o'clock. That's when we wanted to get going. I'm just really starting this live stream a little bit earlier than 8, primarily because I wanted to kind of talk about with you guys what I'm thinking about doing. Now, in the last episode that we saw, I covered some things like tendering contracts, kind of my ideas about what I think the team should look like going forward, arbitration offers, things like this. We covered that. I won't go too much into that too deeply, but we did kind of preview the free agent list. So you guys, if you did watch the last episode, you kind of have an idea of who's available and maybe guys that we want to target. So the thing is as you guys know that play the show, the trading, we got to wait to do the trades. We got to wait to figure out what we want to do with trades because as you guys can see here, if I wanted to target someone from the Orioles, I can't because they're not even on a contract yet. So they probably are tendering, maybe arbitration offers. That's really, we have to wait for trades because I want to optimize. Basically, I look at trades like if I'm going to give you Jorge Soler in a trade, just throwing that name out, if I'm trying to give you Jorge Soler, I want the full optimal value that your team could possibly give me. If you're stuck giving me a bunch of people that are only on contracts, it doesn't make a lot of sense for us, right? So I want to squeeze as much out of your team as I possibly can. Let's get to the comment section here really quick. We got Marcus Green, not a Kansas City fan, but still going to be more entertaining than Thursday Night Football tonight. Oh yeah, that's right. The Giants are playing tonight. So Matt Zim, yo GG, sup Boston's out of the wild card. Go Yankees. Oh man, whoa, what? Oh, that's right. You're a Yankees guy. I forget. FTC, I have a very minor request before the offseason starts. Can you select a new preferred number for Cabrian Hayes? He and Salvador's are both 13, and it made Salvi 18. Good catch, sir. I did not notice that. So very, very good catch. Salvi will be number 13, but we do have to change Cabrian Hayes. What am I doing? Cabrian Hayes. What number is Cabrian Hayes? He's 13. Let's make him 10. Let's make him 10. And then we'll move Salvi to 13. He should be 13 now. Yep. Okay, perfect. Good call. Thank you. I would not have even have noticed that at all. So Biscuit Slayer just found a way for Ronnie Mauricio to get onto the squad. Oh, just find a way for him to get on the squad. Yeah, that would be nice, right? But our shortstops are really loaded here. We got Mondesi, Witt, Jason Guzman's going to be a good player for us too. Lucius Fox is down there at 25. A little bit older for Lucius Fox, but Bobby Witt is the future, right? So we gotta look at that. Second base, I like Eric Mejia, 27 years old. I don't really know where Eric Mejia stands with this team. Nicky Lopez at 28, he's in real life actually doing some things for the Royals. So I don't know. He's up to an 81 now. He's doing all right. He's doing all right in this series. So let's we got 6 people in. We've been kind of fluctuating with 8, 7, 9 even, I think it saw at one point, but might as well go ahead and just get started, guys. 7:52 at this point. No sense in waiting around until 8 o'clock for 8 minutes. Zoomer, he's in here. You guys are all showing the love and showing up, guys. Do me a favor here, by the way, guys. Do me a favor. I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button. We should have 9 likes here on this video. As you guys know, they're free to do, right? Likes are free. and it helps out the channel tremendously with that algorithm. I really appreciate it. It's a little minor task that as a viewer that I ask you to do. So thank you guys. I see it's starting to climb up there a little bit, so I appreciate that. And if you're kind of holding off and you're waiting on your you don't want to send it off there quite yet, right? You want to see what we do here in the off season. I get that too. I understand it. But we're gonna do something fun here for the off season in this video today for year 2. As I kind of alluded to with this team, and I'm going to look at this really quick as just a position by position preview, so to speak, and then we can dive into kind of what we might want to do. Pitching. Look at all the potential ratings that we have in our starting pitching, right? A for Singer, A for Lynch, A for Bubic, A for Lacy. All guys are very young. So right now, they're actually the top 5 guys with the overall rating, and they've got, 4 of the 5 actually have the A potential. Do we want to start the youth movement this year? That's going to be a tough call. You've got James Paxton that we're currently paying a lot of money to, $6.6 million for one more season. He's done after this year. I think you got to give him the call. Johnny Cueto actually lost a bunch of overall points. You can see the attributes there decreasing, making 7.3. And he pitched well for us, guys. He had a 3.3 ERA, 1.33, 16 quality starts, went 12-11. He had a good year, right? And these two guys, these two veterans, led the charge for that pitching staff to get us to where we needed to be. Really just giving Lacy more opportunities in the back end at that 4 and 5 slot. Chris Bubic is actually excelling in the bullpen. Daniel Lynch is actually seeing a lot of progression, even though the numbers there are not very good. He is progressing very nicely down in AAA. Cade Cavalli is up to a 72, so he's matching Johnny Cueto. Jackson Kowar in the bullpen for a couple stints. Shane Baz up to a 71. So it's pitching staff is doing really well, guys, with the youth, the potential. Things are moving in the right direction. So that's just something to think about. I don't think that we should address pitching in free agents. I think we've got the guys that we need to stick into that rotation, whether that's Paxton, whether that's Cueto at the 4-5. Some shifting can be had there with the younger guys like Lacy. Maybe Bubic moves out of the bullpen. Maybe Lynch actually performs well in spring training. Just things to think about, right? So bullpen, you got Zimmer, Biddle, Barlow, Junis. I think their bullpen's fine. You might want to maybe address maybe one guy. Maybe we can get like another shutdown type of guy that can help us. Josh Stalmont actually has decreased in potential, believe it or not. So we did see a decrease, even despite him actually going up in some of the ratings. He's 29, now with a C potential. That sucks. That sucks for us. The performance that he had didn't suck, but that sucks for us that he's actually going down in potential. So, again, something to think about in the back end. Catching situation. I don't see us really adding another catcher. So we're pretty much set here. We got 2 young guys there with Rivero, Melendez, Valoria to back up Perez until he eventually retires. We might have 4 more seasons of Salvi, really. Some good baseball for Salvador Perez. So that's not going to happen. Ryan O'Hearn continues to hit the cover off the baseball, right? 23 homers. The 45 RBI is kind of concerning, meaning we didn't give him much opportunity to cash in on those home runs. 23 and 45. That's normally when you get 23 home runs, you want to see like 60 some or maybe even 70 RBIs. So kind of all or nothing with Ryan O'Hearn, but I think he's going to get a shot here this season against lefties and righties, move into first base full time. Ryan McBroom in gameplay, he doesn't do anything in gameplay, guys. Not even it's him. He's 192 with 99 at bats. It's just 6 home runs. The numbers are there. The attribute numbers are there. 73 contact, 74 power against lefties. It's like it should work, but for whatever reason, he just can't get it done. You guys saw a little bit of the preview there for second base. I think this is going to be our 1-2 punch at second. Again, what we want to do with Javi Baez, moving him from second base, maybe back to shortstop, get Mondesi out in the outfield. He could move Witt to the outfield. There's a lot of things that we're thinking about doing with this team, guys. A lot of shifting and moving around. I even thought about the decision to move on from Hunter Dozier. Maybe Hanser Alberto has to go. I don't know. There's so many things that we can do with this team that can get us better. maybe you move Mondesi to the outfield. I mean, is that crazy? The Royals in real life actually have played with this idea that they want Mondesi to go to the outfield. A little less strain on the legs, a little less strain on the knees. He's been an injury-prone type of player. If you move him out to the outfield, he has less opportunities than at shortstop. Plus, he's got the speed. He's got the good defense. I don't know. We've got an issue out in our outfield with defense, guys. Benintendi, 82 and A. I can't bench him. Hit 15 home runs, 61, 250. I feel like he's on a good contract too. $7 million for this kind of production. That's fine. That's good. Benintendi's fine. Out and left. Center field to me is an issue. Center field's an issue. Maybe we want to address center field in the free agents. Maybe we actually move Mondesi to center field. And then we trade Michael Taylor away. He is making a little bit more money than I'd like him to make at $4.5 million for, I don't know, maybe I'm just splitting hairs here. 16 homers, 49 ribbies. Maybe that's an okay production for that type of money we're paying. Roman Quinn, I don't anticipate bringing Roman Quinn back unless you guys want him to come back. That's going to be your call. But we do have Edward Olivares waiting in the wings to make an appearance. Tyler Naquin actually is decreased in rating, which is kind of concerning. Only played in 65 games this year. That's one of his career lows, in my opinion. So he played 114 last year. I don't know. That kind of sucks for him. I want to get him more at-bats there. Jorge Soler, 74 overall and a C potential. Look at the regression here. This is a contract that I regret making. 6.6 until 2025. And he only gave us 24 home runs compared to 41 last year, and his batting average really dipped, plus the OBP. So Jorge Soler is probably my candidate to be moved on from. That way we can kind of figure out what we want to do in right field. Maybe put, I don't know, let's see, like Hunter Dozier out in right. Maybe Whit Merrifield stays in right. I don't know. So that's a little preview, guys. And it's currently 8 o'clock now. So I'm going to read some comments here real quick, but I do want to tell you guys about how we're going to run the offseason now that you kind of have a preview of the team and kind of some thoughts about what I want to do. Okay, so let's talk about how the offseason is going to move here in tonight's live stream. So for those of you guys that are coming in here now that it's 8, welcome. Offseason is going to be run a little bit different. It's going to be run fun. This is going to be a fun live stream. So you guys that are here, you guys are going to advocate for what you want to see done. So I want to see comments flying in. I see a couple comments already. You guys are really hitting it hard here. Mondo would be an animal at center field. You guys love the excellent move to Mondesi to center field. So those are the type of discussions that I want to see here in this comment section, in the live chat. I'm going to actually have patrons, if there's any patrons, so people that have donated through Patreon, to be my off-season advisors. So if you guys are in the chat here tonight and you're actually noticing the field, the fans out there, basically look at Goldie, look at GG9, look at me like the team owner, obviously, right? I'm the GM. I'm making all the moves. I'm pulling the strings. But my off-season advisors are actually coming to me saying, hey, the fans want to see you do this. I agree with them. I think you need to do this. I have to do it. That's how we're going to run this offseason this year. And I think that actually keeps us and keeps me honest to the point where I'm not out here, going out here into free agency and signing Aaron Nola and Trey Turner. We got the money to do it, but, it keeps you guys involved in the decision making. So I think I really like that format. So let's see what you guys are saying here in the comment section really quick. Stelmont should stay. Blistering velocity. Yes, I agree. I like Stelmont in the back end. Corey says trade Paxton and start a youth movement. Those kids will develop into monsters. Maybe create a package to move on from one of those shortstops and pitchers for an established pitcher. Trade Paxton. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Zach says, yo, Goldie. What's up, Zach? Trade Paxton and Soler, youth movement at pitching, Mondi in center field, Dozier in right. No way you sign Aaron Judge. We got the money to do it. We got the money to sign Aaron Judge. We're going to get knocked down to $27 million, though, so that's probably not the smartest move there. But, okay, I don't hear anybody in the comment section saying that that we have any patrons here tonight. So keep the comments flowing here, guys. Keep the comments flowing. I want to see what you guys are saying. My initial thought, and it's a little out there, we're probably going to get Mike Montgomery back. We're going to get Jesse Biddle back. I think I offered him an actual contract for 2 years. There it is right there. Jordan Montgomery, I didn't offer him a contract in last episode because he's actually asking for like $5.4 million. The current arbitration offer that I have for him is 4.8. So we're kind of nickel and dining him a little bit. So I just, at 30 years old, I don't want to sign him for a long-term deal. He is an 85 overall. He got really hot last season. I mean, look at those numbers. 15-9. I think when we acquired him, he was under 500 as a pitcher, and the ERA was like in the sixes. So we got, either he came to Kauffman Stadium, he came to the Royals and had some good defense behind him, and he actually performed better and helped us out down the stretch, or he's just really finding his own at 30 years old. So I feel like arbitration is the best way to go. And again, Roman Quinn would give us that defense in the outfield, but I think he's just asking for a little bit too much money. He's asking for Michael Taylor numbers as far as catch goes, and I just feel like he's a little bit worse of a hitter. I just don't feel like that's the right route to go. As far as tender contracts go, I did offer pretty much everybody to come back. If there was a guy here that I didn't feel like fit our plan, I just didn't want to bring him back. But we're trying to bring back Brian Hayes here back for 4 years. So I don't know, guys. My initial thought here was to move Mondesi to center field, and it's tough because the guy won a Gold Glove at shortstop in this series. So realistically, is that what would happen? And when I thought about it, I typed it in on Google. Is this something that's real life being discussed? And it actually is. You guys can go find the link out there. It's in Kansas City News. Everybody's, it's been a discussion inside the clubhouse that Mondesi could play in the outfield, which kind of got me thinking, okay, then I guess I'm kind of in the right here to possibly move him out there. I think it makes sense. We could move Mondesi to short or center field, right? So we don't have to overcrowd our lineup. We don't have to overcrowd our 40-man roster or our 25-man, our 26-man roster to be honest with you. So if we can move Mondesi to center field, that actually fixes that right off the get-go. You could possibly have Michael Taylor as a bench bat. You don't have to sign Roman Quinn. And Tyler Naquin's just kind of a platoon guy. Maybe you stick Tyler Naquin out in right field. Either way, that opens up the door here for Whit Merrifield to play his more natural position at second. And then you can get Javi Baez here at short. So pretty much your infield then looks like Salvi, O'Hearn, Merrifield, Hayes, and Baez. So that's really... somebody said the audio was choppy. So that's really what I've been thinking about. So let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Zach says, I'd go after Buxton or Kiermaier. I think a realistic move would be a trade involving a prospect and Soler for similar player or better, considering potential bad... Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see. Also a reminder, in case you didn't see, MLB service matters way more than age. Yes, definitely. I would put Mondesi in the outfield. So let him get a Gold Glove in center field. There you go, Corey. I like that. I think that's the move we're going to make. And again, I was really hoping that we would get some patrons here tonight, but it doesn't look like that's happening. So I think that's the move, guys. We can do this. I want to keep him. I guess it doesn't matter, right? So I can put him in center field, second position to second, third, short. Let's see what happens with his overall rating here. Going to center field. He actually drops down a little, couple points. He was an 88, now he's an 86. But that solves the outfield situation, in my opinion, at least as far as center field goes. Now, what we really need to do is we need to start thinking about making the move for Jorge Soler, shipping him off somewhere else, right? That's the next move probably. But again, I want to wait until those tender contracts do come through. That way we can get the most offer out of him. So let's we've made that move. So that's one move of many here tonight. Let's actually take a look at the free agent list and see kind of what we want to do as far as attacking the free agent list. There's a ton of really good pitchers. Great pitchers, Nola, Severino, Barrios. Good pitchers here too. Zach Eflin, Gray. Not really interested in Mike Clevenger, honestly. Jameson Taillon would be a good add. Joe Musgrove would be a good addition too. I love the breaking stuff that he has. I mean, look at the break is a 97. Yeah. So could be a good move there. Max Scherzer is a free agent, probably looking like a 1-year deal. No, 2 years. He wants 2 years at 6.4. I don't know about Max Scherzer, honestly. I love me some Mad Max, but it's kind of like, then you got Cueto, you got Paxton, and you got Scherzer. Like, you're getting way too old. We got a bunch of young guys coming in, so I don't know. It doesn't make much sense there. And some pretty decent pitchers all the way around. Carrasco, Sanchez, Anderson, Waka, Richards, guys that might be able to chip in and help a little bit. But I mean, look at the pitching stat right now, right? Paxton is 75, Kowar is 73. We're not looking to add any of these guys. If we're going to add somebody, you got to go in the upper 80s at this point. Zoomer says bring Scherzer home. Is he from Kansas? He's from Missouri. Wow. That's funny. Now you've got me. Oh, man, he's pulling on my heartstrings, Zoomer. Damn it. That one hurts, man. That one hurts. Mad Max. What a sign that would be, right? That one hurts, dude. That one really hurts. But, again, you guys are in control of this offseason. I want you guys to feel like you're in control of this. So you tell me what you want to see happen here today. Scherzer ain't getting an offer. Lowball him. Let's see. Like, what would he want for 1 year? So he wants 2 years at 6.4. If you knock him down to 1 year, he doesn't like the 1 year deal. He wants a little more stability. He wants stability. Look at that. 2 years, 3 years of 6.4. That's a lot, man. He gets up in the 40s. 40 years old, that's a lot. He might be worth the short-term deal as a transition because Lacey isn't ready. What? James, Lacey isn't ready? Look at his numbers, man. 10-6, 275, 134, 14 quality starts, 152. Good year, man. He had a really good year for us. He was great. But I will agree with you there that Lacey isn't ready for kind of the big time, right? He's more that 4 or 5 guy still. But he was in our rotation last year. In year 1, he was in our bullpen. So, something to think about. Matt does bring up a good point. Problem with Max is unproven commodity. Problem with Max is that by June, he'll be a 70. Yeah, he gets up into that 40 overall range. They start really decreasing down. Let's jump over to relief pitching real quick. And looking at what we've got here going on with Zimmer, Biddle, Barlow, Junis, Stelmont. Some of our starters, actually, like Jackson Kowar was in the bullpen. Daniel Lynch actually made some moves in the bullpen. Bubich was back there. Kowar, like I mentioned. Mitchell Keane, one of our draft picks last season. So, really, the bullpen, you can move some of the starters over to the pen. So, I'm not really looking at adding anybody from the bullpen either. So, I know Chad Green's sitting out there, but how much is he asking for? 3.7 for 5 years. You got to kind of overpay him with the short-term deal. $4.5 million. I don't know. It's kind of cheap for a good reliever. That's kind of cheap, but it's I don't really see how that fits with our team currently. Catcher, we've already talked about this. Catchers, we're not doing anything with catcher. You got Perez, Valoria. I'm fine with that. First base though, with O'Hearn and McBroom again. I'm not looking for McBroom to be on the big league club this year again. He's going to be down at AAA yet again. Trey Mancini would be a good option, I think. He would be a really good option. He's pretty cheap. He's fairly cheap. You can probably get him maybe like for 2 years is what I'd want to do. You can kind of overpay for 7.3. I don't know how that would work, guys. If you maybe offer a player option, knock it down a little bit. About 6 some odd some odd $6 million a year. He'd be our designated hitter. Now that we get rid of Jorge Soler, he would be on our radar there. Let's see, any other righties that we could focus on? Ryan Zimmerman, yeah, right. 38 years old. Ugh, God. Just retire, man. Just retire. Second base, middle infield, again, not really looking for it. Third base, not really looking for it, even though there's some really good players there. Shortstop, not really looking for it. Unless you want Trey Turner to play in center field. You could do that. 294, 28 bombs for Trey Turner. Speed. A lot of speed. Some solid defense. That's a tough call. It's really, really tough call. But I would lean more towards no on Trey Turner. I would honestly lean towards that. Now, outfield, a position that we talked about in the last episode, is something that we want to fix up. We did fix up center field with Mondesi, but outfield, as far as the right field side of things go, Mitch Haniger was a name that actually did get brought up. Hit 278, 33 bombs last season. Probably looking for a bigger deal, right? No, he's actually not. He's not really looking for a huge deal. So if we give him a player option here, go down to like 32. I don't know if I want to offer 3 years for Mitch Haniger. He's going to get to he's going to get to 35 years old. Ooh, that's tough, right? So maybe 2 years. Let's see what that gets us. So would you rather have, let's ask this question. Would you rather have Mitch Haniger in right versus Jorge Soler as a designated hitter? I mean, look at that, right? 82 overall player, can get you more contact, not as much power, but he did produce last year. He did produce. It's going to get you the same amount of money as you're paying Jorge Soler. 2-year deal. Give him a player option. Really kind of sweeten the deal for Mitch Haniger. I think it would be a great ad. Zach says Haniger. FTC says Ketel Marte could be a big-time player. I think he's very versatile and underrated. Zoomer says Gallo. Zach loves the Mitch Haniger trade, or the signing. We've got some Buxton love out in center. Let's see how much Buxton wants. Let's see that real quick. About $18 million. I would pay him the 5-year deal. I would, but you can see just how much that this is. I mean, we're going to be upwards of 20. You can see just how much that's draining the surplus down there. Is it worth it? That's the question we got to ask yourself. He hit 226. 226, 25 homers, 245, 254 in 2020. Buxton does play some dang good defense. But if he's going to give us 226 and 25, are we just replacing Jorge Soler for Byron Buxton, except we're paying a shit ton more? I feel like that's what we're doing with Buxton. And the other big thing, too, is if I don't hit well with him, then we're totally screwed. If I don't hit well with him, we're totally screwed. Now, Kevin Kiermaier, let's see how much he's asking for. 5.7, I'd probably... In real life, you're probably giving Kevin Kiermaier a 3-year deal. Get him to 35 years old. Little bit more that you're paying than Jorge, but the defense is like ridiculous. Plus you get the speed. It's tough. It's really tough. The batting average is just a net drain, an absolute net drain. The offense is, the home runs are not really there. Stolen bases have actually gone way down, single digits. Only played in half a season, though, also. So we do have to consider that. In 2021, in simulation, he only played 97 games since this series began, in 96 games for the Mets. So kind of a limited time player. It's a tough call. Corey says Buxton is not the move. Con. Whoa, Con's here. I remember Con. Jeez, oh Pete's, man. How you doing? Holy cow. It's been a long time, dude, since I've seen you. Strip the team down and start over. Too many bums. Wow, that's tough, man. That's tough. Zach says I'd say Haniger, honestly. Chris Bryant says I'm late. What about Judge? Speed and great outfield bench player. We have Michael Taylor for that, though. Would you basically trade Kevin Kiermaier away for, or would you trade Michael Taylor away for Kevin Kiermaier? That's what you're saying. And the Michael Taylor deals, he actually making less money. He's making $4.5 million, and Kiermaier's making $7 million. And at this stage, you look at these numbers here for Kiermaier, you could just go back out and go get Roman Quinn. So, I don't know, man. It's just some tough calls here. Some very, very tough calls. Now, Brandon Nimmo would be interesting. Maybe as a DH. How much money is he asking for? $16.1 a year. Good God, man. Holy. There's no way. There's no way. 99 discipline. Ugh. Back-to-back seasons of 20-plus home runs, 70 ribbies. Okay, I guess he earned it. But man, oh man, that's like we're getting up there close to Byron Buxton numbers for 79 overall outfielder, who's not really going to give you a whole lot of defense. Yeah, he must be a god at getting on base. He looks like it. What was his OBP? 424 for Nimmo. What's up, Caden? What was his WAR? 5.9 in back-to-back seasons. Wow. Wow. Okay, Brandon Nimmo, you earned it. You earned this big contract. Holy crap. Man, dude. That's a tough call, because if you go out and you go overpay for Brandon Nimmo, is he the classic player that you overpay for 2 good seasons and then he goes back down to where he should be? Man. Very, very tough call, man. Very, very tough call. Joey Gallo, 25.4. Good defense, big-time pop. I love how they have him shaven, too, by the way, for when he's with the Yankees. It's just attention to detail. You don't see Madden do any of that crap, so get on the show. The Mariners are really lowballing Mitch Haniger, by the way. Really lowballing him. Like I said, if we can get him for 3 years and we can get him up there to like 6.6, he would sign that deal tomorrow. Biscuit Slayer says, you have too many centerpieces to build around, but you need a stud. He's kind of right. We do have a lot of grinder type of players, right? We got a lot of guys that just kind of come in. We have a good team, but we need a stud. We need a guy that's going to get us over the top. So I've seen a couple things here, guys. I've seen a lot of comments. A lot of theoretical things. But post now, I want to hear what you guys have thought of now that I've brought to you the situations. Let me know who you want. Who do you want? Let me know what you want to do, guys. Let me know what you want to do right here, right now. You kind of have an idea of what the team looks like. Kind of have an idea of what the scenarios are. Either way, no matter what we do, I'll just tell you this, okay? So no matter what we do, whether that's going out and getting Joey Gallo, if you guys voted on that, if we want to go do it, we definitely have to go figure out how we're going to trade Jorge Soler. That's just got to happen. So if we went out and we got Mitch Haniger, Soler's probably still getting traded. Maybe you don't want to address right field. Maybe you do want to go after Kevin Kiermaier. Maybe you want Buxton. Maybe you want Brandon Nimmo. We'll have to figure it out. We'll figure out what we want to do. But you guys let me know in the live chat what you want to do. Remember, Trey Mancini could be an option at DH as well. As a right-handed hitter. Got Ryan O'Hearn playing first base against the right-handed pitchers. Trey Mancini would be going up against the left-handed pitchers. CRK says, I say we trade Pena and another prospect blocked up for a superstar right fielder. Lucas says he's getting offered way too much. Is Judge. Mancini is getting offered nothing. Mancini is cheesy and Sims. This is Dimes. There's probably a lot of truth to that. Corey says, really don't need to overpay in the market right now. He's also correct. Our team was the best in all of baseball. So we don't really need to do too much, but I know for a fact that kind of what Biscuit was saying, we do need like a stud. We need somebody that's going to come in here and do it and really like push this team over the top. Ooh, Mancini can play. Nah, look at Mancini out in right field. That's an adventure. We're trying to shore up the outfield defense. Mancini out in right would be a disaster. It really would. 42 arms, 63 fielding, just be a disaster. 38 speed as well. Ketel Marte. Biscuit and FTC are all over Jose Ramirez. First, second, short, left. He is 30 years old. So it's also something we got to think about, too, is that in real life, when these guys get up basically over the hill as far as... you guys still hear me here real quick? Getting a little bit of weird feedback there. Can you guys still hear me okay? Just getting a little weird feedback there from the stream. What I was trying to tell you guys was that, so once you kind of get over the hill as far as athletics go, at the 30-year-old mark, some guys get over the hill. You know, you try to look for things that are going to help the guy, like Jose Ramirez would be a guy. Maybe you stick him out in the outfield. Maybe. 54 speed would get the job done. Could play left. I don't know. 30 still will give you 3. Yes, that's exactly right, Zach. You're totally right. You're totally right. See, I'm 33, guys. I'm 33. I still got it in my Flint City League. I still got it. I can't run as fast. I'm not as fast as when I was 18 in the outfield diving all over the place in high school. I can't do that anymore, but, you know, you start getting crafty. You start getting more crafty there. You start figuring out, like, okay, if I take this route to the ball out in the outfield, then I can get, you know, I can make the catch here. You start able to figure things out. The longer you play and the less the athlete comes down, the athletic ability goes down, you start getting more crafty. That's how Drew Brees and Peyton Manning were still out there, you know. Larray, what's going on? How are you, dude? Zach says you don't need athleticism for third base. I agree. But we also have Cabrian Hayes. Zach, what do you do about Cabrian Hayes, sir? If you go out and get Jose Ramirez to play third, what do you do about Cabrian? You tell me. Dime says you can go out and play for San Fran. You know what's funny about the Giants? You know what's funny about the Giants? In preseason, spring training, I was looking at their roster, and I'm like, because I kind of like the Giants. I know that Royals fans might not appreciate that, but I kind of like the Giants. And I'm looking at their team, and I'm like, man, they're gonna be that 70-win team again. You know, they've been doing it for the last couple of years. They're gonna be that 20s. They're gonna be that 70-win caliber type of team. They're just old. They just got a bunch of old guys. And then here they are, one of the best teams in baseball. It's just nuts. It's crazy. Yeah, Jose Ramirez could play DH. How much is he asking for? He's asking for $31 million. Even if you get him for 1 year. 1 year, he wants more than that. He's just not interested. He's not interested in coming with us. Not even in the slightest, guys. Not even in the slightest. So, yeah. I don't think that's happening, guys. Plus, with the qualifying offer, we'd have to give up a draft pick. Zach asked, how you doing, by the way, in that league? Well, Zach, I've never hit under 300, so I take pride in that. Every offseason, I'm out there hitting baseballs. I can't do it. I can't go into a season and end it. I'm going to have a sour taste in my mouth. If I ever hit under 300 in that league, I will quit. I will quit. Let's see. Kook says we're contenders for first in the division. I agree with that. J. Ram is serviceable in the outfield corners. But the thing is, I don't think I can get him. I mean, if you sign this guy for 8 years, he's going to be 38. Like, it's ridiculous. Then we would be able to nab him, his interest level. I'm going to say no to Jose Ramirez, ultimately, guys. I can't make that work. FTC Reckoning, what about Starling Marte? Now, I did not consider Starling Marte at all in those discussions. So what about Starling? He's asking for 7.8. That is an interesting deal, actually. That's a very interesting deal. Good speed. Very good arm. He's going to make double the amount of Michael Taylor. Let's check this out really quick. I think that Kook says, would you risk going under 300 if you could add more power to the bat? Yes, I would. I would. That's a fact. I would definitely do that. So let's take a look at this real quick, because this is interesting to me. We're trying to remember those numbers. 76, mid-60s, 53, 82 vision. Now we're going to take a look at Michael Taylor here really quick, because they're practically the same player, except the vision. So maybe I'm going to say no to Starling Marte. I'm going to say no to Starling Marte. He's basically Michael Taylor. And you consider the fact that Mondesi's playing center right now. If we're going to sign Starling Marte for an $8 million contract, 4.5 mil for Taylor, I'm sticking with Michael Taylor. I would put Michael Taylor in right then. But either way, I think the big thing for us is outfield defense. That really cost us last season in the playoffs, in my opinion. Outfield defense would be fixed with Byron Buxton, but he's asking for $20 million. Ketel Marte, I want to see what he's asking for, 16.4. He's very interested. The power, the vision, the speed leaves a little left to be desired there, but, 5-year deal, that would be a big-time addition for us, I think. That'd be a huge addition. And asking for way less money, $4 million less. $4 million less than Buxton. Less power against righties. 57, that's not very good. But I think Ketel Marte might be the play. I'm reading you guys' comments here. Kook says that's how the Royals won the World Series in 2015. Defense. God. Everybody's got to remind me of the freaking XBA, don't they? Everybody's got to remind me of it. It's amazing. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really want to talk about XBA. If you can please refrain the comments. It's brutal. God. Ketel is worthy. Stud pick. Now, funny story about Ketel Marte. This guy we signed in the Rangers franchise last season. Well, actually not last season, but MLB 19. Great player. Loved hitting with him. Same thing with Jake Lamb. I think this is the move. We're going to get down to about 41.9 mil. I think this is the move, guys. But where can Ketel Marte go elsewhere? Can he play? He can play right. We could even move him to left. I think left field would be good. Right field would be fine as well. Either way, we'd have to figure out what we want to do with Benintendi. If we're going to move him to left. We could actually, you know what we could do as well? We could move Benintendi to DH. Let's actually make this offer. I appreciate you guys, your feedback there. But let's take a look here at Benintendi's fielding. So 75, 56, 71. Yeah, Benintendi's going to have to be our DH. We can get Mondesi in center. We can get Marte in left or right. We could even get Naquin some more playing time in right. We could actually shift Naquin out there to right field. Because I do like hitting with him, and I do like playing with Naquin. And maybe we actually just, yeah, Michael Taylor I think's got to be the right fielder at that point. Well, either way, guys, I think we've made our decision. Ketel Marte is our pick. Now, question for you. Here's our offer, Ketel Marte. Lucas says DH for Benintendi. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, Ketel's too good. Ketel's too good on defense. CRK, we got to definitely do that. Yeah, he's just too good on defense. We gotta have him out there in either left or right. And no matter what we do, whoever's going to left, the other's going to right. So that's going to be Michael Taylor probably. You know, he's that cheap outfielder that's going to play good defense and hit fairly well. And the good thing about Michael Taylor is that he can hit against lefties, and then we can take a look at this. Good thing about Michael Taylor, look at what he does against lefties, 67, 64. And then you go to Naquin, against righties, he's 63, 60. So in right field or left field, it doesn't matter. Left and right, you basically have that platoon job between Taylor and Naquin, which I actually envisioned to happen when I acquired Tyler Naquin in the first place. So I think that's going to be good for this team. I think that helps us out a lot. So again, it doesn't matter. Taylor and left, Taylor and right, whatever. But Ketel Marte is a huge addition for this team. And I hope that we get him. Hope he doesn't turn us down. Do we want to go after a pitcher? I'm going to actually throw this out here, you guys. I'm going to throw this out here. Do you want to go after a pitcher? Like Jose freaking Barrios? Do you want to go after him? Look at this. Do you want to go after... Look at... He would sign a 1-year contract. What do you think about that? What happens if in real life Jose Barrios says, "Yeah, I'll sign a 1-year deal. 26 mil. Everybody else wants me for long term, but I'm not interested in that." It's a lot of money, 97 mil for 5 years, and he's not interested. So what if we said, "Jose, you went 9-10 last year. You went 13-10 the year before. You're a very good pitcher. But what happens could we interest you in coming over here? Could we interest you in coming over to Kansas City for 1 season, prove yourself yet again, and play for a bigger contract for a bigger team somewhere else?" I'm just saying, we could throw it out there. Basically, your lineup, your pitching staff would look like Barrios, Singer, Montgomery in the 3, Lacey in the 4, and either Paxton or Cueto as the 5. All right, CRK, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for joining in. It's something to think about. And the other thing, though, too, guys, what I want to balance is that kind of cheesy? Is it a little cheesy? You get Ketel Marte, you get Jose Barrios in the same offseason. I don't know. Probably. It's a little cheesy. Zach says, doesn't hurt to try. Yes, do it. He's a Twins guy, by the way. So he loves that idea, but is it a little cheesy? Probably. I don't don't know. It's a tough call. It's a very, very tough call. But I think we've made our decision. I think we've made our move. We still have a bunch of guys in tendering contracts and arbitration we're not going to figure out until later. But I say we go ahead and we simulate and we keep our eyes on Ketel Marte and see what happens. See what happens if Ketel Marte decides to sign with us or if we lose out on him. It's going to be a tough call. But again, for trading purposes, I'm going to wait a little bit and see what happens with other teams in their tendering contracts. Because again, if I'm going to offer a trade, I want to definitely get the value back, right? So let's go ahead and save this thing real quick because I don't want to lose our progress. Even though we only made one contract offer. How bad would that be if I actually saved over the GGBL save file? That would suck. That would suck really bad. Yes, I would like to stop simulating. Wilson Contreras is going to sign with the Marlins. Josh Bell goes to the A's. Jose Ramirez, no! The Yankees go out and grab Jose Ramirez on a $31 million deal for 6 years. He's going to be 36 years old. That's a big contract. And let's see what we've got. Was there any other movements? There was not. There was not any other movements. So we've made our offer to Ketel. Still very interested. And let's see if there's any movement here. We got Aaron Nola possibly going to Boston or re-signing with Philly. Both teams have matched his offer. Trey Turner, still nobody's offering except Washington. Tampa Bay and New York going after Gallo. Still the Twins are going after Buxton. Nobody else is interested. Philly's actually trying to shore up that pitching staff. So Severino, we got the Twins, Berrios. Again, Ketel Marte still sitting there. Clevenger's still sitting there. Tim Anderson, White Sox. Taylor Rogers, Sonny Gray trying to go back to the Reds. Yeah, so Starling Marte, no offers. Gary Sanchez might go to the Indians. What's your prediction about Gary Sanchez? I'm actually interested in this one. I think he's going to the Giants. That'd be my bet. I think Gary Sanchez is going to the Giants. Trey Mancini, time might be running out on us to make a Trey Mancini decision. Again, the thing with Benintendi, we talked about this with Benintendi. You could possibly move Benintendi to DH. Have Taylor in left. No, you get Marte in left or right, and then you figure out right field, right? So he's not going to play outfield for us. And I know for a fact that if you get Ketel Marte and you put him out in the outfield with Mondesi in center, you're not playing Benintendi in the outfield at that point. He will be a DH for us. Mancini can technically play right field, Kook, but I wouldn't do it. My team, I wouldn't do it. 38 speed, reaction 64. He's a plus defender. What? Where are you coming up with this? Where are you coming up with this? He made 15 errors at first. I don't know. I'm not about it. I'm not about Trey Mancini in the outfield. At least not in this game. Okay. I think it's just time that we make some decisions. Because I'm seeing the chat kind of slowing down a little bit. Our Rule 5. I think I already went through and did this, guys. I think I've already got guys signed up here. I'm not worried about losing anybody. Bobby Witt's not eligible. Ryan McBroom is not eligible. Kowar not eligible. Melendez, no. Oliveris, no. Cavalli, no. Mitchell Keane was just drafted. Mendoza, no. Evan Steele, no. Yeah, so, I mean, just there's guys here that I'm not too worried about losing. So. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, Severino's going to go to the Phils. Let's See if there's been any movement. The A's have now jumped in for Aaron Judge. 10-year contract, $310 million. That's crazy. Oh my God. Byron Buxton still not getting any offers other than the Twinkies. Clevenger, nothing. Nothing's really changed here with a day that's gone by. Mancini, the A's are coming in hot again. Haniger now with the Tampa Bay Rays leading the charge. Where did Gary Sanchez go? Did he sign? So Sanchez did sign. Now I wonder where he went. Indians. So the Indians were in first place at that point. Giants were in second, so he's going to sign with the Indians. So we're going to have to face off against Gary Sanchez again. Go figure that. FTC says, I think the issue is we're blocking our own prospects. I would agree with you regarding middle infield. The thing with our pitching, I understand the concern there because Paxton and Cueto would be guys that are kind of blocking our young pitching. But like this season, this year 3 is the year that Paxton is gone and Cueto is gone. So I know for a fact that once those guys are gone, I believe like Lacey's going to be up to an 80-some. Cavalli's going to be up to a 75. I think they'll definitely be ready at that point. Just being really careful. So in 2023, you can see the overall ratings here. And this is what the show projects in 2024. So keep in mind this. Lacey gets up to a 92. I don't know where that this jump comes from, this 16-point jump, but it's there. And it makes me excited. It makes me really excited. You got Jordan Montgomery getting to an 88, Lynch to an 84, Bubic to 82, Cavalli and Boz jumping to 77s. So if you let these guys just do what they do and they progress, we're going to get there. And it's going to be absolutely things to think about, like trying to get us over the hump. We're in win now mode. Prospects can come later. Prospect production can come later. We're in win now mode right now. So you gotta shoot for it because we're in it. But I think Ketel Marte is probably going to be the only guy that we try to go after. Currently, our roster, we're actually 3 people over the minimum at 93. So we got to actually try to cut 3 people, which we're probably going to do once we try to get rid of Jorge Soler. That's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. But yeah, okay, guys. So let's keep on continuing here. We have 96 players in the organization. Let's go back really quick. We didn't get Ketel Marte. We have to actually cut some people off the team. And I think Michael Oka is probably going to be the guy that I cut here. This is a guy that we drafted in year number 1. Deep potential, kind of a bust pick. Angelo Castellano, 26 years old. It's kind of old in my book for being a single A type of player. Gabe Spires got the B potential. He did get some improvement there. But 58 overall. I don't know too much about that, guys. Single A here. 58 overall. I think I got to get rid of him. Unfortunately. Eat the contract. Eat the cost. We'll be fine. Holden Caps, a 60 with a C. I'd probably end up cutting Castellano over him. The D potential compared to C potential. I think that's the move. All right, so we're compliant. We got the 93, so let's continue to sim. Clevenger goes to the Red Sox. Aaron Judge going to the Athletics. That's crazy looking. That's weird. That's really, really strange looking. Ketel Marte is still on the board. He hasn't made a decision yet. I hope that he eventually signs with us. Buxton with the Mets jumping in. That's interesting. Gallo with the Rays. The Rays are going for it, man. They won it last year against the Dodgers. So they're going to shoot for it again. Joe Musgrove going to the Cubbies. Taylor Rogers. Good sign for the Padres. No new offers for Ketel Marte. Let's go to live chat here, guys. Let me refresh this because I think the chat just died on me. Are you guys okay? Are you alive? Noah's going to go to the Sox. Gallo to the Rays. Interesting. Interesting. Ketel Marte, man, still on the board. Make up your decision, man. Make up your mind. We need you. Sonny Gray going to the Yankees, so he goes back to the Yankees. Trey Turner to the Angels. A lot of movement in the American League. Marte's still out there. Corey, we're here, Goldie. Don't worry. Buxton's going to go to the Mets. I know some people might be a little perturbed by that, but ooh, okay. Well, now we got some competition now. Got some competition now. Dun dun dun. This is interesting now because the Rockies have jumped in for 1 year less, but they kind of lowballed it just a little bit. We're offering him $84 million compared to 56. Still halfway. I don't anticipate the Rockies being where he wants to go. He's 50% interested. He's all in with us, but he's just kind of fielding the offers here. Berrios is still up on the board, guys. Getting a 6-year contract for the Giants, and he's just not interested in the long-term deals. We could sign him. We could go after him. We could go after him for a really short-term deal. James Taillon going to the Rockies. They're being very aggressive. I don't think that offer changed. 56.8. There you go, baby. There you go, guys. Ketel Marte. Doesn't he look good in that Royals uni? Royals blue. Love it. I think we did a good thing. I think we did a really, really good thing. Ketel Marte can play left field. He can play the corners. Mondesi's going to stick out there in center field, and Ketel Marte will help us there in that corner spot. I think that's a good addition for us. Now, we do have some more tendering contracts to worry about here. The available budget's still in a good spot. We've still got $37.86 million to go out and get somebody. Now, let's just say like the best overall player, if we wanted to go out and we wanted to go get Jose Berrios, our surplus now is 6.8. Right? And he's actually interested in us because the coaching staff is top tier. The role will be an ace. Doesn't have really anybody to compete against. And again, 3 years, 4 years, he's interested in like that 2-year deal. Get him to 30 years old. Knock his contract down just a little bit. Maybe like 49.5. 24.8. So not only in that type of move did we solve our outfield defense with Marte and Mondesi going out there into left field or right, and then center. Outfield defense just got better. The power numbers, the vision, the contact. Great hitter for Ketel Marte. Plus 12 in the power, though, guys, by the way, because he hit 27 this season. So not only did we fix that up, but we could go after Jose Berrios, and we could really solidify the stud in our pitching staff. Brady Singer's nice. Brady Singer's pretty good, but he went 11-14 last year. And in a team that made it to the ALDS, took the Yankees to Game 5 and lost, do we need that stud? Personally, I think we do. I think we do need the stud. I think we should go out and we should go get Jose Berrios. But I want to get your guys' feedback. We got a lot of people saying yes to Berrios, but I also see a mixed result there saying that we should not go after Jose Berrios. Now, in real life, let's consider this in real life. If this was realistic, since I do like to keep these realistic, if in real life you're the Kansas City Royals and you have a shot to go get a player like this, and you know that the team is in a win-now mode, are you letting a player like this slip through your fingers? Ask yourself that. Are you really going to let that happen? Are you really going to let it happen? Would the Royals get him? Maybe, maybe not. Right? They're not used to shelling out a bunch of money. FTC says absolutely not. He's either saying absolutely not to the idea of getting Berrios or absolutely not saying that there's no way that we should ever let a player slip through our fingers like that. I don't know. We might be able to do some trades now. Let's take a look at the... No, we can't. Man, guys, the Orioles, get your stuff together. Let's see what we can get for Jorge Soler real quick. Okay, so the Orioles are offering us a 48 and a 49 overall player because, again, they just don't have anything on the books. Look at this. 50. You want 50 overall players? Garbage. Garbage. Corey says not a chance. Royals were first in this universe and would definitely pursue it. Kook says I'm saying yes to everything since I just don't like decisions. It's not would the Royals get him. It should be would he want to sign with a team that's this good and up and coming. You're right. You're very, very right. In this universe, with the Royals being the best team in baseball last season, would Jose Berrios want to come over here? And it looks like he does. The interest level's there. Coaching staff, top tier, not really interested in team quality. He's getting paid, but we've only got $6.8 million on payroll left to give up. So that's tough. That's very, very tough. But I do want to get rid of guys that are making a ton of money, which would mean we'd want to get rid of Soler, $6.6 million. But like, just look at the players that we could acquire back. Not a lot of people are signed up on contracts still, so it's just, just kind of like, dang it. Let's just look at this real quick though. I want to see, like, is there an offer that we could probably look at for somebody like Brandon Lockridge, 66 overall player? That'd be something that we do. Yohan Mieses for the Red Sox, Freddie Valdez, 65. But look at this, just nobody's on contract. It's brutal out here, guys. It's brutal. These teams, man, they got to get together. All right, I'm going to open it back up for one final poll. Can I do polls? Yes, I can create a poll. I'm going to have you guys vote for it. Here you go. Berrios to Royals. There you go. There's your poll. Go ahead and vote in the poll. Did it post? I don't even see that it posted. Berrios to Royals? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Okay. 90% yes right now. 10 votes. Sean, I heard you were doing a class on how to build a winner. I try, man. I try. 13 votes in. There's 14 viewers. 92%, a resounding 92% to 8 says yes to Jose Berrios. Now, I might lose interest as far as the 399 viewers are concerned for this dang series. I don't understand where the viewers went, but let's go out and do it, man. Let's go out and do it. Jose Berrios for 3 seasons. Come on over here, man. We'll give you the draft pick. We'll give you the draft pick back to the Twins. But we're going for the freaking World Series in this series, man. Let's do it. Jose Berrios, hopefully you sign over here. And then once you do, we've only got $6 million left in our payroll. So we gotta kind of shed some of that So it opens us up for more trade opportunities down the road. But let's see what happens. We got Colton Wong going to the Tigers. Jose Barrios as a Kansas City Royal. I love that. I love it. I think we had a banger of an offseason, guys. Absolutely killed it. And let's actually shift some things around in our lineup here really quick, because I do want to make sure that we do get the full effect of what the team looks like now. So Mondesi is going to go to center. Baez still at second base. Whit Merrifield's going to play second. Baez at short. We're going to have, this is against righties, so Benintendi will be the DH. Soler will be gone. Ketel Marte will be in left. Hunter Dozier, why are you at first base, you weirdo? Brandon Hearn, Brian Hayes, Benintendi DH, Michael Taylor at second. So where's Witt? There's Witt. Who's our shortstop? Javi Baez. Nope, shoot. Michael Taylor, Javi Baez, Michael Taylor, and right. That's what our team looks like. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is an amazing looking team, man. Love it. Mondesi in center, Baez at short, Merrifield at 2, Ketel at left, O'Hearn at first, Salvi at catcher, Cabrine at third, Benintendi at DH, Michael Taylor in right. Now the order will change, so I'm not too worried about the order. But that's kind of what our team's looking like, guys. I love it. I love it. And then against left-handed pitchers. Ooh, you know what? Let's put Naquin out there in right. It's the number 9. So he's a lefty hitting against righties. And then against left-handed pitchers, we'll have Michael Taylor out there in right. So that'll be the platoon type deal that we got going on. Naquin in right against right-handers. Taylor out in right against lefties. So, yes, shout out to the 13 people that voted. Definitely, you guys definitely helped out. And let's go ahead and finish this offseason out. Try to make some trades. Hopefully other teams have now tendered their players. Starling Marte goes to the Twins. What's up, Wrigley Pup? What's going on, dude? He always makes his appearance, guys, in these live streams. All the time. He wants to make sure you guys know that don't forget about him, right? Hi, dude. All right. Players must have contracts tendered by December 2nd or they will become free agents. Yes, I definitely want to do that. So we want to get Marlon Willis back. Come on, man. Sign up with us here. All right. Let's continue on. Hopefully we got our guy. Hopefully we got our boy Willis, I think, right? Let's see where he is. He didn't sign. You little... Oh, yes, he did. Perfect. Okay, let's see if there's any trade talks available for us here. Not yet. Still, man. She's so stupid. Is John Means in the free agents then? Is that it? No, he's not in there. I thought maybe he's arbitration eligible. Maybe that's what's going on. But Brandon Lowe acquired. Man, the Rockies are making moves. Wow. Rockies making moves. All right, that's interesting. Let's see what we can get for Jorge now. Let's open the door up. Still not really getting much. All these 50-some-odd players. Gavin Cicchini, 66. That's just not... Ugh, this is terrible. The market. You could get Tomoyuki Sugano. Then what's the point? Other than just shaving cap. The Marlins want to give us a player, Bill Gibson, a left fielder, 20 years old, A potential player. The C potentials I'm not too worried about. That's probably what we're going to end up getting for this. It's just those 58s really bug me. Really, really bug me. Guys, see anything you like? Oh, Bud, what's wrong? What are you doing? What are you doing? don't know, man. It's just, I'm not feeling it. We got to move on from him, though. We have to. But it's really hard to justify Jorge Soler being on the bench. Seriously. You got to get Bill. You got to get Bill Bob Gibson. Continue Bob the Bob legacy. He's sad because you didn't trade for Gibson. Good one, Kook. I don't know, man. It's tough. This looks like it's the market for Soler. Maybe I wait until the next season to try to trade him because, again, the value. There's just nobody on contract. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I'm looking for a trade like 74C. I'm looking for somebody like that's a 70. It's in that 70 some odd range. You know, I'm not really seeing it. Like Keegan Aikman would be perfect for us, but they're not doing that. Tyler Nevin, a first baseman, like that would be perfect for us too. Like that's all I'm looking for. That's it. That's all I'm looking at. Marcus Wilson. Just give me something. Give me something. We don't even need Jorge Soler any longer. What are you guys saying here in the chat? I think we should just take some small depth prospects and shed salary. Maybe that's the market for them. You know, could be. AJ Graffinino. Could you add somebody else to this, and will they do it just to get rid of the guy? Like Scott Blewett. But it's like at that point, why'd you do it, man? Ugh, it's brutal. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, guys, is just wait. You know, just make sure we wait. Wait till the actual season starts, everybody's on contract, and see what we get. That's kind of what my thought is on that. But arbitration hearings. When is the arbitration hearing for us for? That's Rule 5. Guess we don't have a date set. Any movement here? Let's just see what the Rule 5 offers. Not that I'm interested in actually taking somebody here, but I just want to see. Honestly, I don't even know if we even have a pick for Rule 5. Okay, so let's see what happened here. We got Steven Gonsalves. Look at the 0 potentials, by the way. Chris Clark is 72. Miguel Figueroa, 71. Ryan Jensen, 72. Zach Veen. Wow. A potential Zach Veen. Oh, he goes back to... No, where did he go from? Where did he come from? Isn't Zach Veen... Where's Zach Veen from, guys? Is Zach Veen from the Indians? Zach Veen. These are Rockies. So the Rockies let a 21-year-old player walk, and the Rays scoop them up in Rule 5. Wow. That sucks. Sucks for them. All right. Well, guys, I actually have to stop the stream. We did what we needed to do. Jordan Montgomery, I think we haven't set a date yet, have we? Eloy Jimenez traded. White Sox acquired Jake Shiner and Riley Green. Now, why aren't we getting any of those types of offers? You know? See, yeah, maybe that's just the value, guys, that we're just going to get for Soler. That's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. But, you know, I can't actually do the rest of the live stream here tonight. That was never the intention to do the whole entire thing, because for your custom prospects that you guys submitted, I can't get the offseason done. I don't want to advance to spring training, because if you do that, I can't go in and I don't think I can go in and edit players, other players. Why am I thinking that that's false? Am I freaking out right now? I don't know. Why do I do that in the GGBL then? Wait till the off season. Why do I do that in the GGBL? I might have like a mini stroke going on right now. Why do I make that decision? I forget. There's got to be a reason why I do it that way. There's got to be a reason. I want to do your guys' custom prospects. Anyway, the point being, I want to make your custom prospects in the off-season screen, so that way once the prospects have been assigned, like we know where they're going, like we can spin the wheel, we can decide on where they're going to go. That'll actually be the next episode that we have, I think on Saturday. It's either Saturday or Sunday is when I'm going to do that next video for everybody, for custom prospects for this series. I can't remember why we do that for the GGBL. Why do we wait till the off season to edit players? Oh, that's why. Okay, now I remember, guys. My bad. Okay, so when you draft players in MLB The Show, those drafted players don't get onto the rosters until the off season. That's what it was. Okay, so like if I sort here real quick, if I sort again, you've got like Mitchell Keane was a draft pick. If he ended up being a guy that was like a 65 or something overall player, and I picked him to be renamed, and his appearance changed and things like that, and we changed it to where your custom player would be in the series, I can't do that in the regular season. I have to do that in the off season because they're not on the team yet. So technically, I mean, now that he's on the roster, right? So now that he's on the roster, whether it's Royals, whether it's Tigers, whether it's Indians, these draft picks are now on the teams. So I guess technically I could create your guys' custom prospects in the off season, but I could also do it in the season, in spring training. But I figured kind of what's the point of that? Just take care of it in the off season. There you go. That's the reasoning. There you go. As I see the comment section, FTC says the very same thing. The rookies don't appear in the roster until then. So there's your explanation. So sorry, I'm getting old, I guess, but let's just end up going here to the arbitration hearing for Jordan Montgomery. I don't know when that is. Altuve is going to go to the Indians for Gary Sanchez. What is that? You just acquired Gary Sanchez and now you're trading him away. Interesting. When is your date? Is it here? Okay, this is where we're going to simulate to, guys. February 14th. Valentine's Day. Yes, perfect. So the guy wanted like 5.4 mil. So this year he's going to make 4.8. So we kind of cheapened our offer there for Jordan Montgomery, and that's what's going to happen there, guys. So that's it for tonight's off-season stream. That's really all I wanted to talk to you guys about and show you is guys that we wanted to go after, meaning Berrios and Ketel Marte. I think we had a really good offseason. We acquired some big-time pieces. I thank you guys for your input. And I think this is going to be one heck of a season. We might win a ton of freaking games. More games than we did last year for sure. So I'm really excited about the next season. Now, again, look at our budget. This is something we gotta fix. We gotta look at this. $6.2 million in our available budget. So we gotta shave that somewhere. And I think it's going to come down to getting rid of Jorge Soler. It's going to possibly come down to getting rid of some bullpen pieces and kind of go cheap there, just to get us back to kind of a good spot with that budget. But I actually want to create your prospects in the offseason. So I'm going to stop the stream tonight, and I'm going to leave the offseason here on February 15th, and we'll pick it back up in another live stream over the weekend. And I will end up creating your prospects and putting them on teams. We'll do the wheel spins, determine where those players are going to go, and who drafts who, and we'll do it. We'll work on that from there. So, guys, that is it for the off-season stream. Part number 1. Part 2 again will be with your custom players, and we'll go from there. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of your night. Watch that Giants and Washington football team game. I haven't even looked at the score. hopefully the Giants are winning. I kind of want my those New York Giants in my series in the in Madden perform like they are in that series, like they are in real life, right? That's what I want. I want Daniel Jones to do well, because then it looks like, well, not that I knew what I was talking about, but it kind of helps just add to that realism factor. But 7-7 right now, interesting. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will catch you over the weekend for part number 2 for your custom prospects and the wheel spins. Catch you guys later. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.